Okay, we'll start with the today's lecture. Yesterday we started with the unit number 5, that is of transport layer. In that yesterday's lecture, we have completed with the 2 points. Which are those 2 points? That is of the TCP and UDP, that is transmission control protocol and user datagram protocol. What is the meaning of transmission control protocol? It is a connection oriented services. It is going to provide a connection oriented services. Next, we have seen the user datagram protocol. In this user datagram protocol, we are using the connection less oriented services. And next, we are moving towards the next point, that is the addresses. Okay, which are the addressing modes we are using? Which are the addressing modes? Okay, the addressing modes is one is physical, second one is logical. Got it? One is physical, second one is logical. What is the meaning of this physical? What is the meaning of this physical? Physical is nothing but the particular person, the particular object you are seeing in front of you. That is what physical. Logical is nothing but what? What is the logical? What is the meaning of logical? The meaning of this logical is the person is standing somewhere and you have to move from one place to another place and you have to reach that particular location. That is what logical. The physical is you are seeing in front of you. That is physical. The logical is you have to move somewhere to the particular location. That is logical. In physical addressing, we are started with the addresses. We are starting with addressing. Got it? In the addressing, we are two types. One is physical, one is logical. The physical is mainly operated on which address? That is of MAC address. That is of MAC addresses. Physical address will be using the MAC address, and this logical address will be divided into two types. One is very, very important, that is IPv4 and IPv6. Very, very important points. We are going to see that is in today's lecture. Physical addressing using the MAC protocols and logical addressing is going to divide into two types of addresses. One is IPv4, Internet Protocol version 4 and Internet Protocol version 6. Got it? Very, very important. IPv4 stands for Internet Protocol version 4 and Internet Protocol version 6. And again, this IPv4 is again divided into two types. One is a public. One is public IP, and second one is private IP. Got it? I'm using the mouse, so you have to just listen my words. One is a public IP and second one is private IP. Got it? How we're going to do in this? The addressing is divided into two types. The one is a physical addressing and second one is logical addressing. The physical addressing will be depending on the MAC addresses, and logical addressing will be divided into two types. One is a IPv4 and IPv6. What is the IPv4? Internet Protocol version 4 and Internet Protocol version 6. And again, this IPv4 is again divided into two types, that is of public IP and the private IP. What is the difference between public and IP and the private IP? Public is nothing but you are communicating with the other institutes, you are communicating with the other MNCs companies. That is your public. Private is the particular institute is having its own network, it's having its own IP address. That is what a private. That is what a private. This is what the addressing. This is what a addressing. And we'll start with the today's lecture, very, very important lecture, that is IPv4. That is of IPv4. Very, very important. What is IPv4? That is Internet Protocol version 4. How many bytes we are using in this? That is of 20 bytes. We are using 20 bytes. Got it? We are using 20 bytes over here. Okay, what is the main functionality of IPv4 Internet version 4? 20 bytes. Okay, and this one will be used in decimal format. Is used in decimal. You are going to represent the particular in the decimal format. Okay, how many bits you are using? The very important, that is 32 bit. We are using 32 bit here. 32 bit of logical addressing. IPv4 is mainly consists of 20 bytes, and it is going to represent in a decimal format. Just listen, don't see the words. I am operating the mouse, so it is little bit difficult for first time. So it is operated in a decimal format, and this IPv4 is having the 32 bit. Got it? Got it? In the interview, at the time of interview, they will ask you the question. The internet protocol version 4 is having how many bytes? It is having a 20 bytes. It is having a 20 bytes. It is represents in a decimal format. It is representing in a decimal format. It is having total 32 bits. 32 bit logical addresses. How it is going to have a 32 bits logical address? That is of we are going to represent for 4 octets. Octets, you can say as a octets. Got it? We are going to represent this IPv4 in a octet format. Got it? Octet. 4 octets is nothing but 8888. That becomes 32. 8 bit plus 8 bit plus 8 bit plus 8 bit. That becomes a 32 bit. Got it? How it is going to represent? The maximum number we are going to write it for this IPv4 is 0 to 255. 0 to 255. The maximum number you are going to write for IPv4 is 0 to 255. In this IP addresses, it is a combination of a network ID. It is a combination of a network ID plus the host ID. Plus a host ID. Got it? IP address, it is a combination of network ID plus host ID. How are you going to represent in a particular decimal or a octets? How it is going to represent octet in this format? So this is what called as one number. We are going to divide that particular column into 4 octets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And this is you are going to write 192, 192, 168. If you want, you can write it in your notes. 168, 39, 39, and 240. 240. Got it? This is what the number we are using for IPv4. This IPv4 is represented in a 4 octets. Which are those 4 octets? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 192.168.39.240. And each bit is going to represent a 8 bit. It is going to represent a 8 bit. Got it? 8 bit. This one is also 8 bit. This one is also 8 bit. And this one is also 8 bit. Got it? Don't see the words what I am writing. Okay. I am operating the mouse, so it will be clear for addressing mode. So I have started using this concept for using the mouse, and something you have to get it. The IPv4 Internet Protocol version 4 is using the 4 octets. These 4 octets is a combination of network ID plus host ID. How are we going to write it in a 4 octets? That is the something IP, a number is there. It is only the represented only in the 4 octets. That is 192, 168.139.240. And each The octet is going to represent in a 8-bit, 8-bit, 8-bit and 8-bit. That becomes total 32-bit. That becomes total 32-bit. Okay, got it. And after going to this, we are going to see the how many classes are present in this CLASSES. How many classes are going to have in this IP versions? IPv4. Okay, how many classes we are going to say in this? That is of class A, second is class B, third is class C, and fourth one is class D. Okay, these are the 4 classes, and one more is there, that is class E. That is of class E. Class A, class B, class C, class D, and class C. These are the 5 main classes we are using in Internet Protocol version 4. Internet Protocol version 4. What is the IP? It stands for. Okay, the IP for class A is starting from 1.0.0.02 126.0.0.0. Got it? Write down in your notebook. This will be helpful for your interviews. Okay, there are 5 classes are going to represent in a IPv4. For class A, the IP number will start from 1.0.0.0 to 126.0.0.0. I will give the examples based on this. Write down this. And class B is going to represent, that is 128.0.0.0 to 191.255.255.0.0. Got it? For class B, the IP address will be starts from 128.0.0.0 to 192.255.0.0. You are having the maximum number is from 0 to 255. The maximum number is from 0 to 255. And for class C, it is going to start, sorry, it is 191. It is 191, not a 192. For class C, it is starting from 192.0.0.0 to 223.255.0.0. See, write down in your notebook. For class A, 1.0.0.0 to 126.0.0.0. For class B, 128.0.0.0 to 191.255.0.0. It is operating in only 4 octets. 128.0.0.0. Only 4 octets. Got it? Next, for class C, 192.0.0.0 to 223.255.0.0.05. For class D, it is from 224 to 239 to 239. And for class E, 242. For class E, 242 to 55 to 55. Write down in your notebook. And these two, class C and class E, is mainly used for, class D is used for multicasting, mainly used for multicasting, and this one, class E, is used for research purpose. Class B is used for research purposes. You have to remember this. For class A, the IP is for 1.0.0 to 126, and it starts from 128 to 191, and it's from 192 to 223, and it starts from 224 to 239. It's from 240 to 255. He will ask you the question. One question he will ask you over here. What is the question? Where the 127 Where the 127, it is not mentioning here 127, where it is. This 127 IP address is reserved for special purposes. They will ask you the question at the time of interview. You have to tell the how many classes are there for IPv4, Internet Protocol version 4. There are 5 classes we are going to present in this. That is class A, class B, class C, class D, and class C. What is the range for class A? That is from 1 to 126. What is the range from class B? 128 to 191. Class C, 192 to 223. Most probably we are using for only these 3 for IPv4. Only these 3. One is class A, class B, and class C. And remaining 2, that is class D and class E, is class D can be used for multi-classing and class E is used for research purposes. Okay. And where the IP address of 127, they will ask you, what about 127? This 127 IP address can be used for reserved for the special purposes. Why it is reserved for special purposes? In between, if you start searching the internet, by mistake you will not get the internet. Internet is there. You are not going to access, you are not unable to access the particular internet at that time. And in the search, you can type a CMD over there. After searching CMD, it is going to start searching the particular all the internet cables, so that can be reserved for 127. That can be reserved for 127. Means what? If any user is not able to access the particular network at that time, this IP address will be given to that particular person. The IP of 127 will be given to that particular person. That is the meaning of this 127. You can ask the question where the IP address of 127 here not mentioned over here. So that's 127 IP address can be used for reserved for special purposes. Write down this, write on all this IP addresses. Based on this, we are going to have some of the examples. Okay, take on example. You have to find out in which class this IP address will come. In which class this IP address will come. 137.20.20.10. What is the class of this IP address? How we are going to identify the particular class? I will tell you how you are going to identify the particular class. In which class this IP address is present? In which class this IP address is present? You have to see only the first octet. You have to see only the first octet of this one. 137 is present. 137 is present. Okay. In which class it is present in 137? In class A is there, it is end up with the 126. In class B, start from 128 to 191. It start with 128 to 191. So that's 137 is in class B. This IP address is used for class B. This IP address is going to represent a class B IP address. You have to see only the first octet. Forget about remaining bits. Forget about remaining octets. You have to search. You have to see only the first octet. So this one is class B IP address. So this is how we are going to see how we are going to identify in which class it has to be present. And the second IP address, you can take the example, that is, I will give you, that is 201.100.10.0. Anyone just unmute yourself and tell me in which class it comes. Fast. In which class it comes? You have to see only the first octet. In which class it is?
Class A.
See the IP address. How it comes class A? Fast.
Class C.
Got it. The class A will be from 1 to 126. Class B is from 128 to 191. Class C is from 192 to 223. So I have given the IP address as 201. You have to see only the first octet. So this is what? Class C. This is what? Class C. Take one more example. You have to identify it. Everyone, this is going to help you for your interview. 200.200.0, 15.200.200.0. First, immediately. Only you have to say this. अरे बाबा कितना टाइम लगेगा? I told you to write all the classes. Which one?
Class A.
Only one is responding. This is when? Class A. Got it? Got it? Whenever you are going to find out the particular IP address is in which class, you have to identify, you have to see only the first octet of this. Keep in mind, you have to see only the first octet. 137 is there, you have to write down this, you have to remember this. Okay, class A is from 1 to 126. 1 to 126. Class B is from 128 to 191. Is there in between that range? All the IP address will be included. And class C is from 192 to 223. And class D is from 124 to 139. And class E is using 240 to 255. And main importance is this class A is used for the large network. This can be used for a large network. Very, very important point. Class A IP address can be used for large network and class C IP address can be used for small network. Got it? Write down if you know, if you want. This one is very, very important. So I have started taking this. Class A can be used for large network and class C can be used for small network. This is how you are going to find out a particular IP address which you are going to see. And next point it is going to come as how you are going to find out the network ID of that particular class. How you are going to find out the network ID. How we are going to find out the network ID. How we are going to find out the network ID. We don't know the network ID of that particular class, the particular IP address. You are given this particular IP address. What is the network ID of that? What is the network ID of that? Which class is this? Okay. And you have to remember this for class A, for class B, and for class C, and for class D. You have to remember this. This for class A and for class B, and you have to make a block, and this for class D. How are you going to find out the network ID for this? All the four classes. One is you have to make this IPv4 is having only 4 octets. You have to make it 4. You have to make it 4 blocks. You have to make it 4 blocks. Got it? You can take any value, but you have to find out the network ID of that particular class. This class A, the first block, the first octet can be reserved for the network. Got it? It is reserved for the network. I have already told you the IP address is a combination of network ID plus host ID. The IP address is a combination of network ID plus host ID. So how we are going to represent this network ID for class A? The first octet will be for network and remaining blocks can be reserved for the host. Remaining blocks can be reserved for a host. So The first octet will be reserved for network. Remaining 3 octets will be reserved for host for class A. For class B, the first 2 blocks, the first 2 octets will be reserved for a network, and next 2 octets will be reserved for host. Got it? Write in your notebook. Write in your notebook. Class A, the first octet will be reserved for network. Remaining 3 octets will be reserved for host. For class B, the first 2 blocks, the first 2 octets will be reserved for network. Then last 2 will be reserved for host. For class C, first 3 blocks and first 3 octets will be reserved for network, and last octet will be reserved for host. Got it? Got it? Okay. Okay. And this class T, all the will be reserved for this. Okay. All will be reserved for this. Okay. How we are going to represent? How we are going to represent for finding out the network ID and the host ID? Got it? For class A, the first block will be, first octet will be for network. Remaining all 3 are host. For class B, first 2 are network, remaining all are host. Class C, the first 3 are network and last one is for host. You have to forget about this C and D, D and E. Okay, how are you going to write in this particular network ID? If there is a network is there, you have to represent this network by 1. You have to represent this network by 1. If there is a host, you have to represent by 0. You have to make it as 0. You have to make it as 0. Got it? Got it? If there is a network, if there is a class A, if there is a class A, you have to find out the network ID or the host ID. You have to make it, if you want to find out the network ID, remaining host will become 0. Na? The network ID, if you find out the network ID, you have to make it 1. The host ID will be become 0. Host ID will be become 0. I will take one example here. How to find out the network ID of that particular class. How to find out the network ID of that particular class. How are we going to find out? I will take one example, that is 115.10.10.5. In which class it comes? Find out fast. In which class of IP address is this? Which class of IP address is this? Respond fast. 115.10.10.5. Fast. No one. Is it audible? Hello. 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 Hello.
Yes, sir.
Then why not giving a? This is class A. The IP address is of class A. तुम लोग कितना भी बोलो नहीं सुधरेंगे, concentrate नहीं करेंगे. You are taking the advantage of this pandemic. This is online lectures. You will face this problem at the time of interview. Keep in mind. If you have given concentration at the time of lecture, you will not going to face the problem at the time of interview. This is very, very important if you become a network engineer. I am telling you, you have to write down in your notebook for all the classes and tell me the answers. Why I'm taking this risk? You're not responding anything. The 115.10.10.5, in which class it is comes? Just you have to see the IP address of that particular value. That is also not able to see that. This is for class A. How are we going to identify? For class A, the first octet is stands for network. How are we going to find out the network ID? For class A, only first octet is for reserved for octet. So you have to write it here 1 dot remaining all host will become 0. Remaining all host become 0. So this when becomes a network ID. This is the network ID for class A. This is the network ID for class A. Got it? How to find out this? How to find out? Take one more fast. 196.196.10.10.10. Find out which class is this? Which class of IP address? Fast. 196.10.10.10.
Class C.
Good. Class C. In class C, see this. How many octets are reserved for network? How many blocks? 1, 2, and 3. Got it? Got it? Got it? 1, 2, and 3. Remaining, the last word will become 0. You have to write as it is. 196.10.10. This becomes 0. This is your network ID. This is your network ID. How to find out the network ID? This question, the fix they will ask you. How to find out the network ID? How to define the classes? What is the range of that particular class? Take one more. Take one more. 150.10.10.100. Find out fast. Which class is this? Tell me the network ID. Only one is responding. What about others? Which class is this? 150.10.10.100. You have to see only the first octet, Baba. In which class it comes? Which class?
B.
Very good. Class B. Tell me the network ID. Tell me the network ID. For B, how many octets are reserved? For B, how many octets are reserved? See here. 2 blocks as reserved for network. What do you have to write? Respond kara. 150.10.0.0. This becomes your network ID. This becomes your network ID. Got it? Got it? How to find out the particular network ID? Okay. Okay. And next, we'll see very important. We'll see the very important. Okay. How to convert the particular IP address into the binary. How to convert the particular IP address into the binary. Give the concentration over here. For first, the IP address is 192.168.37.200. 192.168.37.200. You have to convert this IP address into the binary form. How we are going to write it? Binary. Okay. How we are going to write it? Binary. See here. While converting this IP address into the binary, you have to follow one procedure, that you have to make it 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 4, 2 raised to 5, and 2 raised to 6, and 2 raised to 7. Remember this. How many octets? Total how many bits? Total 8 bits. Total 8 bits. This we are going to use for 4 octets. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It becomes 8 bits. Okay. What is the value for 2 raised to 0? Fast. Fast.
1,
Next. Next.
2,
Next.
4,
Next.
8,
Next.
16,
Next. Next. Fast.
32,
Next.
64,
Next.
128.
Good. 128. Got it? If you want to convert that particular IP address into binary form, you have to write first. You have to follow this procedure. That is total 8 bits for 1 octet. 8 bits for 1 octet. Total 4 bits are there. Total 4 octets are there. 8 into 4, that becomes 32. You have to write it in this form: 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 4, 2 raised to 5, 2 raised to 6, 2 raised to 7. 2 raised to 0 is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and 64, and 128. You have to convert this IP address into the binary form. You have to convert this IP address into the binary form. And while converting this IP address into binary form, you have to concentrate that whenever you are getting these values, okay, 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, and 1. You have to first see this. 192. 192. By adding which number, you will get 192. By adding which number, you will get 192. Do it fast. 128 plus 64, is it becomes 192?
Yes.
Yes, you have to write it 1, 1, remaining all are 0. Remaining all are 0. That becomes 192. And you have to add any number, that becomes 168. Which is that? Which is that? You have to add 128, 128 plus 32 plus 8. Is it becomes 168? See it? 128 plus 32 plus 8. 168 हो गया क्या? हुआ क्या नहीं? 1, 0, 32, 1, and 16, 0. It becomes 1, 0, 0, 0. Got it? You have to see only the number of that particular IP address, and in which number, while adding the two numbers, you will get that particular number. You have to make it 1, remaining all are 0. 37. Do it fast. 37. 32 plus 4 plus 1. Is it 37? Is it 37 or not?
Yes.
Is it right? Is it right? Okay. Next, 200. Fast. Do it fast. 200. 200. 200. 128 plus 64 plus 8. It is right. 128 plus 64 plus 8. Is it right? Right? Is it right? Is it right or no? Is it right? It becomes 200. अरे respond तो करो. Okay.
Yes.
You got all these binary numbers. This is how you are going to convert the particular IP address into the binary. Okay, for 192, this one is the binary number. For 168, this one is the binary number. For 37, this one is the binary number. And for 200, this one is the binary number. How are you going to convert that IP address into binary number? Just you have to write down this 1, 1, remaining all are 0. कितने जीरो थे? 6, 4 4 6 डॉट 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 डॉट 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 dot 1 1 0 0 1 0 0. So this is what you becomes a IP address will be converting into the binary number. Got it? Very, very important. Very, very important. Okay. This is how we are going to identify, you are going to convert that particular IP address into the binary number. And one more important point you have seen is, what is the difference between the private and the public address? The private IP can be used for the institute level within the LAN connection. Within the LAN connection, there are number of computers has been connected. The hundreds and 200s numbers of 500 numbers of computers has been connected. And those 500 numbers are connected through the particular LAN connection. Within the network is there, within the institute is there. That is what private IP. For public IP, you have to purchase that. For public IP, you have to purchase that one. This is what the difference between the private IP and the public IP. This is what the difference between the private IP and the public IP. And last one more thing we'll see, and we'll stop here. And how to find out, the question will arise, how to find out the network ID, broadcast ID, and number of usable of that particular IP address. Number of usable of that particular IP address. You can take one IP address, that is 150.10.20.30. 150.10.20.30. In this, what we are going to find out? You have to find out the network ID. You have to find out the broadcast, that is broadcast ID, and number of users you can find out in this. How you are going to find out for this particular IP address as a network ID, for a broadcast ID, and a user ID? How are you going to find out? In which class is this? Fast.
B.
Very nice. This is of class B. 150.10.20.30. It comes under class B. Class B. You got it. How to find out network ID? I already told you. How to find out network ID? How to find out network ID? If it is B, how many octets are reserved for this? First. Very nice. It's for network, or for class B, 2 octets, remaining are host. Okay. You have to write same thing, that is for 150.10.0.0. Got it? Network ID will be remain same, the host will becomes 0. You got this network ID. How to represent broadcast ID? Very, very important. How to represent broadcast ID? Just you have to write 150.10. The maximum number for IPv4 is 255. Just you have to write it 255.255. This one will become your broadcast ID. This one will become your broadcast ID. Got it? Okay. And the most important thing is, this IP address can be, how many users can use this particular network ID and broadcast ID? IP address, number of users, how many users can use for this IP address? So at that time, what you have to do? That you have to make it 2 raised to 16 minus of 2. Why you are making this 2 raised to 16? 2 raised to 16. Why you're making this? Very, very important point is, 2 raised to 16 is nothing but what? The first two octets will be reserved for class B. How many bits are there in this? One is 8 bit and second octet is also 8 bit. 8 plus 8, 16. 8 plus 8, 16. So that 2 raised to 16. If it is class C, if it is class C, 3 octets are reserved. 3 octets are reserved. So it becomes 8 plus 8, 16. 16 plus 8, 32. So 2 raised to 32 it becomes. Got it? 2 raised to 32. Why it is minus 2? Why it is minus 2? So this minus 2 is nothing but what? The particular IP address, is consist of two networks. One is a network ID and the broadcast ID. This one is fixed. This one is fixed. Remember this. Why you are making this minus 2? This IP address is having the network ID plus broadcast ID. What is the value for this? 2 raised to 16 minus of 2, that becomes 65,534. You can give this IP address for 65,534 computers. Got it? Got it? Got it? How to find out that particular network ID and broadcast ID? Okay, very, very important, interesting one. You will never forget if you are given a concentration over here. Okay, how to find out the network ID, how to find out the broadcast ID. I will give one more example. Just find out this. Just find out. Okay, take it. 11.200 dot 200 dot 200. Huh. Fast. Don't miss. Very interesting. Huh. What is in which class it is?
Class A.
Very nice. Class A. How many octets are reserved?
1.
Only. Very nice. 11.0.0.0. This is your network ID. Broadcast. Fast. Broadcast ID. Just you have to make it 255. Just you have to write it 255 for all these three. 255.255. This is your broadcast ID. Huh. Calculate how many users? Number of users. Huh. What it becomes?
Two raised to 8 minus 2.
Huh. Tell me. 2 raised to 8 minus 2. How much is this? Sorry. Sorry. In this, I told you the wrong thing in there. See here. You have to consider only for the host, not for a network. Huh? Confuse, remove karo. You are using the number of users. Number of users we are given. So remaining host is 2. So 2 raised to 16. This is also contains 8. Not this. Not this one. Not this one. The number of hosts are 2. So 8 plus 8, 2 raised to 16. Here what we can do? 2 raised to what? 2 raised to
24.
Very nice. 2 raised to 24, we can write it. 2 raised to 24 minus of 2. So what is the value you'll get? That many number of users can be used in this. Got it? Cleared IPv4? Cleared? Okay, we'll stop here and we'll continue with the next topic, that is in the next lecture, that is of IPv6. Very, very important. Very, very important. Okay. This one is very, very important. If you are given a concentration on this, this is very, very important for this.